Alright, what up, YouTube? I know it's been a minute since I uploaded a video, and there's a reason for that. And I've been struggling, man. I've been struggling. I got a severe disease in my tank, and I lost a few fish, man. Woo, man. So I lost my big lion, my lionfish. He was getting huge. He was pretty. I lost my passer angel. Fish that you just don't see too often. But it was, 3 of them I was able to save, but the disease, I believe it was marine velvet, and that's like one of the nastiest, or maybe the nastiest tank disease that you can get in your tank. Okay, and I didn't want to share it, and I was thinking, I'm like, nah, I gotta tell America what's going on. So, and if I don't tell y'all, I'm not being real, and I gotta be real. I gotta keep it 100 with y'all, So everything is not peaches and cream in this hobby, and anybody that's in this hobby, things just happen, man. And saltwater fish, I'm spending more money on these fish than I was, in freshwater. It's more time, more money. So it hurts. It hurts a little more. But check out this pic on my clown trigger, man. It was horrible, man. Check this out. So as you can see here, he looks, he look ashy. Everything else look like he just been scratching himself on everything. So you can really see how irritated he looks. It was just bad, man. So as you can see here, guys, I got him in the quarantine system. It was a process to get him to this point because they were all getting ready to die. As you can see here, the clown trigger looks a lot better. You can see the smaller fish that you see there is called a cleaner wrasse. And that's something that I picked up and put in the quarantine tank as well. And it helps speed up the process a little bit. The cleaner wrasse helps clean off the parasites off of fish. And that's what he's doing now. Anything that they see that's on the fish, and the fish just sits there and, lets the cleaner wrasse clean them up. So, an awesome thing to have in your tank. But they are all doing a lot better now. So I had to get them out of the main tank, and then I had to give them a bath in the bucket, a Paragard bath, which is this right here. This is awesome for treating sick fish. As you can see here, it says eradicates ectoparasites and fungal and bacterial and viral lesions. So this is awesome, man. So I gave him a bath in this for about an hour. And then after that, I took him out of that, and then I put him in another bucket, which was just fresh water. Freshwater dip is what they call it. I do that for about 5 minutes because the parasites that's on saltwater fish, it typically won't live in fresh water. So it's just another precaution that I take the fish through to help, get whatever they have, any worms or anything like that, get it off of them. Whatever parasite or disease that they're dealing with, that's going to help. Then after the freshwater dip, I go ahead and I put them in the quarantine tank in hyposalinity, which is hyposalinity is the gravity. Salinity is the gravity of the water, how much salt that you have in the water, and it's probably half of what the normal amount is. The less salt, the more oxygen, and it's more healthier for the fish, actually. They like it, and the higher salinity is more for your corals and inverts and things like that. When it's fish only, the lower salinity is perfectly fine for them. And in hyposalinity, your fish cannot catch ick. They cannot catch ick in hyposalinity. So with my tank just being fish only, I really don't have to have the salt levels that high. So after I put them in the hyposalinity, there is copper that is in that tank, which is cupramine. Treat the water with cupramine. And outside of that, also treat the fish with Prazi. Okay? So Prazi is excellent for, I don't know if you can see that there, but this is, you can see right at the bottom, highly effective. This works for flukes and tapeworms and flatworms and, you know, anything that they have, you know, coming directly from the ocean. So, yes, I treat it with all three of these. And my fish are living. They're a lot more healthier. They're eating. So I'm very proud of that. Some people may say I went a little overboard, but it's not more overboard than dying. So they are still living. They're here. They're looking good. You can look at the clown trigger there, and he's doing a lot better. He doesn't look anything like he did before. So I did what I had to do. So as you can see here, the tank is empty. No fish in this tank. Whatever disease, bacterial disease, whatever was in this tank, that disease needs a host. So the disease cannot live in the tank without fish. If the tank is empty, it's going to die off. So I'm going to leave this tank empty for a solid 3 weeks. After that, the tank should be clean, nothing in it. I will get another fish first and put him in the tank, kind of a sacrifice type of deal, to see if that fish, if it makes it. Hopefully it won't catch the disease that the other fish had. That's going to tell me if the tank is ready for me to add new fish to it. I did water changes and everything like that, so this tank should be good to go. It's already been a week, so I got a solid 2 weeks before I introduce anything else to the tank. All right, so it's very important. And I think what happened in my situation was I got 2 fish from the pet store and I did not quarantine them. That's shame on me. You know, I should have knew better. Okay, I do not recommend putting fish directly into your tank, no matter where you get them from. I don't care how much you trust the person, how much you trust that store, your friend, wherever you get the fish from. It is absolutely necessary that you quarantine those fish first. Give them the Paragard bath. Put them in the QT with the copper. Treat them for flukes, because everybody doesn't do that. That bottle of Prazi, a big bottle of that is 50, 60 bucks. So your average pet store is not going to treat the fish for those things. So it is, up to you to take care of those fish. No matter what they tell you they've done with the fish already, you do not know. You cannot trust it. You can trust yourself though. Quarantine the fish, treat the fish, make sure they're eating, make sure they're healthy, make sure they don't have any disease before you introduce them to the tank. Another thing, you may have a fish from Hawaii. Another fish may be from Africa, Atlantic Ocean somewhere. The fish that's coming from Hawaii may be carrying something that fish doesn't have over in the Atlantic. And that fish may not be able to handle what this fish has. So you have to treat the fish and get rid of whatever they have, that's in their bodies, because they can't handle it. All right? So I hope you learned something in this video. If you didn't learn anything else, if you getting into the hobby, if you're new to the hobby, even if you're in the hobby, quarantine those fish, okay? Don't let nobody tell you anything differently. Quarantine the fish, all right? So the fish that I lost, I'll replace them. You know that, so stay tuned. You don't want to miss it, all right?